Most entrepreneurs are exhausted because they're working too hard, not resting enough, and more importantly, not honoring their own biological blueprint. By the end of this video, you're gonna have a perfect understanding of how does your brain prefer to work in spurts and how to best leverage your natural tendencies to be unstoppable in business. Let's get to it. Hey, I'm Liam, CEO and founder of Selfmastered, a peak performance training company that transforms entrepreneurs into elite performers that can achieve in one day what they previously achieved in 1 week. I've coached and trained hundreds of entrepreneurs and invested in 37 of them. So today I want to talk about something not many people know, which is that your body follows certain rhythms during the day and the night. This was first discovered in the 1950s by a sleep researcher called Nathaniel Clayton, that he realized that during the night there were several cycles going on in a human brain, which we now know is the REM or non-REM sleep. But he also realized that this same basic rest activity cycles were present during our days, right? So every 90 to 120 minutes, that cycle will reset. And for the first hour or hour, 15 minutes, a lot of physiological measures go up. So heart activation, brainwave activity, muscle tension, all the physiological measures will go up and then they will lessen, right? Understanding this cycle, this rest activity cycle, as he called it, now they're called ultradian rhythms, will make wonders for your productivity. Because you know this to be true, that if you're trying to push too hard for too long without giving yourself time to rest and recover, you will eventually burn out and the quality of your results goes down. How many times have you hit a slump in the afternoon? Or how many times have you noticed your focus wandering away of the task that you've committed to complete? When this happens, it's because you are hitting one of the lowest part of the cycle. So instead of battling against your natural tendencies towards working in cycles, the most intelligent thing to do is to learn how to surf them, is to understand that you cannot escape your own human nature, but on the other hand, leverage that human nature to get more done than anybody else around you. Because if you try to push too hard, if you try to complete 10 hours of deep focus at a time, you will eventually create unnecessary toxins in the brain. There will be a strong stress buildup. Cortisol, which is your stress hormone, will start damaging your mental state. But if on the other hand, you complete the same 10 hours of deep work in 5 cycles of 2 hours, not only will you be able to achieve it without having unnecessary buildup of stress hormones, but you will also save energy. You will get to 8 p.m. at night or whatever time that you stop working, feeling way more refreshed than if otherwise you had pushed without considering your natural cycles. Now, how can you fully understand how to best leverage this? Well, before we dive deep into it, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because I'm sure there's people out there working too hard and too much. They need to see their videos, so send it to them. I'm gonna give you a way of understanding how to optimize your energy, so put it in the comments and let me know if you want it. I'm happy to send it to you. But in any case, the idea is the following. Let's say that you start working at 8 a.m. So make the effort of mapping out how energetic you feel from 1 to 10 every half an hour, right? So just make a quick note, and every half an hour, jolt between 1 and 10. I'm feeling at 2, at 10, at 8, at 7, at 6, and try to map out how do your energy cycles evolve throughout the day. In order for this to work, you need to avoid stimulants for that day, ideally 2 days prior to the exercise. Because what most people do is that they will just use as many stimulants as needed, 5 coffees or modafinil or whatever, in order to push through the day. So that models up the lecture of your energetic blueprint. So after you've completed this exercise of mapping out every half an hour how energetic you feel, you have more or less an idea of how many cycles do you naturally are able to complete during the day. This doesn't mean that that's your maximum you can complete. That is your baseline, and everything can be optimized. In fact, we help our clients do that, optimize their schedule and the biorhythm to deliver at a higher level. But the core idea here is that the more you respect your natural cycles and the better you become at training your brain to perform in 90 minutes on and then 20 minutes totally off, the easier it's going to be for you to extract great mental performance. So once you have that idea of how many cycles you're naturally able to complete, then aim to segment your day in 120-minute slots. Go hard, and then when you're in the lower part of the cycle, rest completely without looking at screens. So you can meditate, hydrate, take a walk, do yoga nidra, whatever it is that you normally do to remove stress from your life. Do not look at screens, because if you look at screen, you do not give your brain the ability to process what it just learned. In essence, if you want to be at your best every single day and outwork everyone without putting in more hours, learn to work in 90-minute increments. In fact, I manage my business by only working 3 90-minute slots, which is 4.5 hours a day. It is totally possible. Next time you hear someone saying that you need to work 120 hours to make things happen, that person is either Elon Musk and has 4 businesses at the same time which are creating civilizatory impact, or is just very bad at getting organized and productive, and most likely is overstressed and underpaid. If you want to maximize your results without burning out, the way to go is understand your own energy cycles, and more importantly, adjust your schedule according to them. Once you get good at this, you will be surfing your own natural biorhythms and get more done in a day than others achieve in 1 week. Now, if you want our 7-figure energy optimization protocols, let me know in the comments below and I will send you the link. It is totally free. There's absolutely no catch. I'm going to give you what is the research behind what we just discussed, but also a spreadsheet you can use to track your cycles over the day and finally understand at what time do you find yourself at your peak. Learn to surf your own waves and you'll soon be operating at elite level. Follow for more.